your grandparents, they keep judging you, criticizing you. You may have a sister-in-law that is jealous of you, or maybe your cousins, they talk shit or do shit behind your back. Yeah, you will have to hang out with people who have shitty attitude, and you feel forced to go there when you don't want to go there. And so if this is you, like this video is for you, and if you are blessed to come from a healthy family background, please honor your family and go visit them, because you never know when it's the last time that you get to hug them.
Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again.
And so why wouldn't I attend my family gatherings this year? Because when I step into that environment, I don't feel well considered by certain people. I feel disrespected. I feel like when they can put themselves forward, they will take the chance to do it, and so I would easily be taken advantage of. Simply put, being with them doesn't look like loving myself. Now some people will tell me, oh, but self-love is selfish. No, self-love is a foundation to be mentally healthy, to feel good with yourself, and also to feel good with others, to build healthy relationships. You can't love others more than you love yourself, or you're going to be stepped on. It's very unhealthy. And so self-love is really that first lens, or that first filter through which I make the decision of hanging out with some people or not. And so I have designed that self-love based decision-making framework where I ask myself, when I am with that person, does it look like I love myself? Like I respect myself? If so, like perfect, let's go. If not, it is toxic. And so I should avoid it. Okay? There is, to me, no discussion about it. Either you can choose to go, but you choose to avoid that specific person because you don't want to endure her toxicity, especially if you have weak boundaries due to past abuses, past emotional issues. You don't want to endure it. It's very logical, you know, like if you have the flu, don't run a marathon. Or you can simply choose to not go. And I think that you shouldn't feel guilty. Stop feeling guilty of not attending your family gathering, because this is actually your responsibility to protect yourself and your self-esteem. And I have filmed a video about it, about the difference between confidence and self-esteem, and what are the indicators of your level of self-esteem. And in particular, the things that you allow in your life, they tell about your level of self-esteem. And if I push my reasoning to the furthest, like you accepting to be with some people who have a toxic or even an abusive behavior, you tell your brain that it is okay to be with those people, that you agree subconsciously with their behavior, and that you even accept to be abused by them. And this is wrong. So if you know that you're gonna find yourself in an environment that is potentially harming, that is potentially toxic and detrimental to your mental health, skip it. Avoid it, because this is your responsibility. So to make your decision making clear, if you feel like your well-being or your mental health is threatened, don't do it. Now if you go in the less dramatic side of the spectrum, maybe you are not going to deal with toxic or abusive people, but it's more like you just don't get along well with some of them. Like, I don't know, for example, your aunt keeps complaining, she has a negative mindset, or maybe you don't share the same values. Like I, for example, I dread gossiping and hypocrisy. They are a no-go. But there is no one-size-fits-all solution. I would just say, define your scale of values. What matters the most to you? Is it like for many people, family first, family above all? Even that, like, ask yourself, is it something that I truly care about? Or is it a mask inherited from society, from my education, from my family? Like, is it something that my deep self truly wants, or is it something that my family wants? So if family is truly what matters the most to you, then your decision is made easy. You know that no matter who you're going to encounter there, you're gonna attend that family event. But it's really up to you to design your scale of values, your set of values. And you may say that it's easier said than done. You may struggle defining that scale of values right now. It's not something that you do it like finger in the nose. It takes time to do it. And so you may struggle right now to separate your deep self from the mask of society, separate your expectations from the ones of your family or from the model you have been raised in. And so what I see is that right now you are in the process of defining yourself, of getting to know yourself more, because you would like to know, is really family part of my values? Or do I value it because it's cultural, or because it's my family that does that, or society, you know? So I would like to challenge you, dare to say no this year to those family gatherings by not going there, by skipping them. You will do yourself a favor, because if you really want to know who you are, and this is really a journey of self-discovery, and like every travel, you're gonna take some path, you're gonna test some path, and you already know how it feels to go to a family gathering. It may feel gross, it may feel uncomfortable, it may feel disappointing, whatever. You already know that path. So this year, I want you to give a chance to the path of no. So if at the end of the road, if at the end of the holidays, by not attending, you discover that saying no to those family events is saying a 100% yes to yourself, you will have won. It will be a jackpot, because you will have known yourself more. You will have known that, you know what, I think that gossiping and hypocrisy, I dread it more than family, so I won't go. Or maybe you will discover the contrary, like you will regret not going there because you care, you love your family so much despite of their shitty character. And so you will know at the end of the road that saying no is actually saying no to yourself. Again, you will have one. You will know that next year you will go to those holidays events. So whatever the case, whatever the result of your experiment, it's going to be a huge win, because learning to say no, it allows you to refine and define your identity. So dare to say no by not attending just this year. But there is a but. Like, you are scared of what your family may think of you. You are scared of their opinion. And so I think that it's very important to, again, we go back to self-love, with the importance of putting yourself at the center, putting your opinion, your view of yourself at the center. So I want to separate your perception of their perception of you. And how do you do that? They may view as selfish when you view yourself with self-love. And so I want you to prioritize your point of view of yourself. When you decide to say no, when you decide to avoid those people, you do it from a positive place, a place of protecting yourself, of putting yourself first, and really a place of self-love. Like, focus on the word love in self-love. Really, there is nothing wrong in you loving yourself, like very inherently. There is nothing wrong about it. So stop feeling guilty for not going there, and stop caring for others' opinions. So remember, this is not being selfish, but self-love. This is always about going back to your value-based decision-making process. What matters the most in your eyes? Is it family first? In that case, in your mind, you have made up your mind about, I want to go there, okay? But there is a but. And I want you to listen to that but, because there may be more elements that are gonna help you refine your decision. If you sit down with that but feeling, you may see that maybe it's because, again, there are toxic people involved in that event. Again, it's up to you to decide. You can decide to go there, but avoid those people, avoid their presence, or you can just decide to not go. To summarize, this is value-based decision making first. And then if you hear a but in your mind when you scan your thoughts, this is self-love based decision making to confirm that decision. So observe your decision through the lens of your values and yourself. I hope that through this video you will be more capable of taking a healthy decision that will respect you, that will love you, especially if you come from an unhealthy family background, or there are people that you dread meeting because they are accusing or they are toxic. And again, if you come from a healthy, caring family, make the holidays count and go see them. I want to wish you very happy holidays, and I see you in 2024. Bye. This is a chai latte.
Happening on Christmas, baby, don't you know?